to Spooky Libs. I mean, Movie Libs. We are your Thursday evening show that you like to come and check out if you've never seen us before. We take scenes from famous movies. We pull words out of those scenes, and then you all give us new words to put into those scenes. Whoa, am I crazy, people?
Sorry.
Get in there. There you go.
Oh. Hi. Whoa, it's Spooky Lips. Anything might happen. Yeah, so this week we're doing that whole thing, but with Hitchcock movies, because it's the month of October, which means it's time to do some spooky themed movies for you all. So we'll do that the other couple shows we've got this month happening for you. Yeah, we got a great cast. Ah, there they are. Hello, Marco.
Hello, Coreen.
Thank you for being here.
I
show
tried
up
to show
your vampire.
What's that? Oh yeah, look.
Yep. Beck's saying your new backgrounds are amazing.
Tina, show them your witch. You're hiding.
It's pretty much just the hat. I got to add some stuff.
Oh, Tina's not happy with herself. She put more work into us, apparently, than herself. But yeah, we got Tina down there. How's it going, Tina?
Hello.
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 So good. Stacey's somewhere, probably.
Oh, there she is. My werewolf. Rawr.
Ah. And Dana's here. Hi, Dana.
Well, I would just like to say that what you saw was not seen by the audience because I was sharing the screen and I accidentally hit a button. I was trying to turn the volume down on the computer. And
well, for everybody that didn't see, I was about this big and I was like, yeah, everything else was blackness for the rest of it. But anyways, I'm excited you're all here tonight, especially the three of you that have a big show this weekend with Squad Patrol. I think maybe all the people surrounding me here are going to be in that show.
We're doing a Halloween show.
Yeah, nice. I'm going to come watch.
Yay!
Oh, wow.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Who's looking happy at the kids, for God's sake?
Well, I'm gonna be in ACL again at 9, so I'm gonna come watch at 8. So I'm excited about it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But anyways, that's this weekend, and today is Thursday, so we're gonna do this show for you now, and you'll have to come and watch the other ones. But anyways, we already asked you for words for our first scene. These are the things we asked you for, and you gave us stuff like ice pick. Obtuse, secret lair. Those kind of wonderful things are the things that you gave us. And later we will ask you for words to use in our other scenes. And we'll probably type those in if I hear them or like them. So anyways, let's go to our first scene description. Okay. Our first scene is from 1951's Strangers on a Train. Nothing is worse than being stuck on public transportation next to someone who will not shut up. Well, the only thing worse would be being stuck on a train with a psychopath who's trying to talk you into swapping murders. This is the plot of Strangers on a Train. Bruno, played by Robert Wagner, wants his father dead, and he insists that Guy also needs to have his wife murdered. He goes ahead and murders Guy's wife and then demands that Guy follow through with his supposed end of the deal. In our scene, Bruno is planting the seed for the murderous swap. Fun fact, Hitchcock personally designed the menacing lobster design on Bruno's tie. Okay, that's our scene description. So if everybody's ready.
Ready.
Action.
Want to hear one of my ideas for a perfect murder? You want to hear the one about the busted dog bed in the library? Or the dangling ice pick in the garage?
Neither one. I may be obtuse, but I thought murder was against the law.
What's a life or two, Guy? Some people are better off dead, like your penguin biologist, or my cruise director, for instance. Well, that reminds me of a wonderful idea I had once. I used to put myself at sleep at night figuring it out. Now, let's say that you'd like to get rid of your penguin biologist.
It's a morbid thought.
Oh, no. Just suppose. Let's say you had a very good reason, like They spilt a beer on you.
Let's
No, let's say. Now, you'd be afraid to kill her. You know why? You'd get caught. And what would trip you up? The motive. Now, here's my idea.
I'm afraid I haven't time to listen.
Listen, it's so simple, too. Two compadres meet accidentally, like you and me. No connection between them at all. Never saw each other before. Each of them has somebody they'd like to get rid of, so they swap murders.
Swap murders?
Each compadre does the other compadre's murder. Then there's nothing to connect them. Each compadre murders a total stranger. You do my murder, and I do yours.
The train's almost at my stop. That's a secret lair.
Well, for example, you're penguin biologist and my assistant cruise director. Crisscross.
What?
Oh, we do both speak Portuguese, don't we?
Well, sure, Bruno. We both speak Portuguese. Thanks for lunch.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I thought the pickled pig feets were a little overdone myself.
Sayonara, sucker.
Hey, you think my theory's okay, guy? You like it?
Sure, Bruno, sure. They're all okay.
And scene. Stacey kills us all.
I know. I like Stacey's like a psychotic murderer. Like you should listen to my plan. I could be like, this guy's making some sense.
Right. I agree. I'm in it. I'm in for it. Let's murder people together.
I've got a
really
devious plan.
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, if you've noticed, Dana's put down some words that we need for our next scene. They're that away, words. So you can typey those in for us now.
Oh,
No.
Jack is
Oh,
too
run,
small.
run,
There we go.
Get a vampire. There you go.
There. Oh,
Yeah,
I was hiding my vampireness.
Oh.
Adrian texted me and I was like, oh shit, I don't know. And then it was like, you ready? No. And I didn't put my background up because she texted. I was like, oh, I missed it. I was doing a show. I'm so sorry.
Adrian.
Questions, like completely forgot that I was doing a show apparently. Was like, should I buy this fog machine? I was looking at the reindeer at the Home Depot and I'm like, what? Oh no.
Doesn't she know the answer is always yes? Buy the fog machine? Like where?
Yeah.
That's what. Well, they were like $40 fog machine, and I'm like, yeah, maybe. And then she's like, or an $80 fog machine. I'm like, that's twice as much. How much fog do I need?
$80 worth.
Two $40 fog machines.
There you go. That's twice as good.
What do we got, Dana?
Okay, we got some words starting to build up. So we have drink, lavender tea.
Ew. Are you drinking that, Beck? That's gross. Lavender's
Don't do it.
gross.
No, it's great.
It's
No,
good
it's
in
not.
potpourri.
Yeah.
Not in my
It's not good as a
drink.
food.
Thing in a house, a toilet scrubber.
What do you put lavender on?
Toilet scrubbers.
Everything.
I
Okay.
put some lavender in some mascarpone cheese and then put it inside some macarons.
Mm.
What type of cheese?
Mascarpone, or however you say it.
I thought you said pony. I was like, what kind of pony cheese? What's
Never
mascarpone?
had cheese made from ponies?
I mean, there are mammals.
Oh god, I want to see Marco on a baking show so bad now.
I just complain about cheese.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no, there's only two. There's the yellow one and the one with holes.
I just don't know if it's like mascarpone or mascarpone because it's like an Italian word, and I don't know if I'm supposed to
You have to
pronounce.
put on a mustache and go mascarpone.
Mascarpone is the name of a mob boss. Don't mess with the mascarpone family.
It's the cheese mom.
I'd be a part of that, Mom.
They're
Okay.
front.
Thing you can sit on, a swing.
Ooh, swings
I
are
would have gone
awesome.
somewhere different with that one, but okay. Swing works.
A restaurant, the IKEA cafeteria.
No.
Activity,
Good.
microwaving leftovers.
Hmm.
Thing you can fall into, a pool. Adjective, notorious.
Oh, that's a Hitchcock pun, possibly.
Activity, bull riding. And Beck says that lavender tea is the best, so there.
No, Beck, put the lavender tea down.
No. It would be if there wasn't lavender in it.
Well, then it would just be hot water.
Ooh, that sounds tasty.
That sounds better than lavender tea.
Let Beck enjoy what Beck enjoys, people.
Location,
No,
lavender field.
Ooh, that sounds better.
Silly way to say thank you. Thanks, I hate it. Location, the murder hotel.
Mm.
The one in
I don't want
LA.
to stay there.
Store, TJ Maxx. Thing in a house, a lavender scented garbage bags. Hey, I have those.
Good.
That's where you put that smell. That's right.
Those are good. Good call, Kendra.
I like that Marco is against like such specific things. Like he's very upset by what is and isn't emotion. He is against lavender. Like last names that end in pony are only for mobsters. These are the places Marco draws
Pony,
the line.
I thought she just said pony. She kept saying pony cheese. Look, that's not a thing. I'm going to say that Dana made that up. I don't think she's pronouncing it right.
So what do you need, Coreen?
Keep
They're all-
going, Dana.
I've come to the end of my
Oh,
the comments.
Oh,
you have
God.
another activity. I think I need 2.
Okay. So we need another activity.
Yes.
Because we have bull riding and microwaving leftovers.
Ooh.
I did one of those
Okay,
things
and
today.
I need a store.
A store.
TJ Maxx was one of them.
Yes.
I have that in ready. I need 2 of them.
Store.
Depot getting reindeer and fog machines.
Yeah, but I know she sent me a picture of the reindeer she was going to buy.
Hot topic.
Oh, nice.
They don't have reindeer.
They probably do.
Yeah.
Maybe they're super emo. Who knows?
Super emo reindeer. See, there's reindeer. Oh, you can't see my phone. That was a dumb thing to do. What am I, an old man?
Do you need some tech help there, Marco?
I forgot about the
Oh,
background.
Okay, we are ready for scene number 2. My baby is freaking out, so we'll see if Charlie makes it in here for this scene. Okay, our next film is 1958's Vertigo. Jimmy Stewart plays a retired police officer who is now working as a private eye because he is suffering from an extreme fear of heights. He is hired by Gavin Elster to follow his wife, who Gavin believes might be a danger to herself. While following Madeline, she seems to go into some sort of trance and suddenly falls into the San Francisco Bay. Jimmy helps her out of the water and takes her unconscious back to his house, where he undresses her, dries her off, and puts her to bed. None of which is supported by modern concussion protocol and or just not being a creepy weirdo.
What a gentleman.
Yeah, no, he's a weirdo. That's weird. But somehow she is only minorly flummoxed by the whole thing. However, everything in this movie is not as it seems. In our scene, Madeline is waking up in Jimmy Stewart's house and asking some questions about her fall. Fun fact, the opening sequence in this movie makes it the first film to use computer graphics. I like that one. Okay. Let me get the background up, which is this one. Okay. Sorry, everybody. Movie magic. Let me do my best. And click over this. Do it. Sit. You sit there.
You sit there.
Oh my God. Sorry, everyone.
Oh. Oh. What am I doing here? Oh, that's your.
What are you doing? What am I doing here? What happened?
Well, you fell into a pool, and I tried to dry your hair as best I could. Go on over by the toilet scrubber. Here. Yeah. Here, I'll get you a swing to sit on. There you are. Would you like to have some lavender tea?
Yeah.
Well, here. You better have some.
I fell into a pool and you fished me out.
That's right.
Thanks. I hate it.
You don't remember?
No,
Do you remember where you were?
Why, yes. Yes, of course I remember that. But then I must have
What?
had a dizzy spell and microwaved all the leftovers.
Where were you?
At the murder hotel, out at the IKEA cafeteria. Of course I remember. I often go there.
Why? Why do you go there?
Because I love it so. It's beautiful there, especially at sunset. Thank you. I hate the toilet scrubber.
Where have you been before?
When?
This afternoon, I mean.
Oh, I was bull riding about.
Oh. Well, I know, but where? Where were you just before?
TJ Maxx, shopping.
Here, you better have some more lavender tea.
Mm.
I think it's still notorious.
You're terribly direct in your questions.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude.
You're not. You're merely direct. And what were you doing there at the murder hotel?
Oh, just bull riding about, as one does.
Oh, you like it too?
Yes.
And where had you been just before?
I'd been to the Hot Topic.
Oh, that's a lovely spot, isn't it? I've never been inside, but it's so lovely driving past. Lucky for me, you were bull riding about. Thanks. Again, I hate it.
All right. And scene. Good job, Tina.
Good job, you. How many of you heard the chainsaw running in my background? Anyone?
No?
Okay, good. Good to
Well, that
know.
would have been a nice touch.
Yeah, very Hitchcockian.
Yeah.
I've waited all day for Charlie to be Jimmy Stewart, because that's the best thing of all time.
Yes.
Like I was just waiting, and then you gave him the part where he has to talk super slow. And I was like,
Yes, sir.
you get to like Jimmy Stewart out on this. I was like waiting the
No.
whole time for him to be like, I don't have your money. It's in Bill's house, the Martini's house, and he has to be like, are you?
Pulled you out of the pool, don't you remember?
Here, have some lavender tea. Yeah, Frank,
The
and you
lavender tea
too.
was roofied for sure.
IKEA, the Hot Topic.
Yes. That's what I was waiting the whole time. I'm like, any moment, it's just gonna Jimmy Stewart. He's just gonna go for it.
I know. I should have played it that way anyway, but
Just not done the scene. No, yeah, because Coreen described him as creepy, and I'm like, come on, it's an old movie, Coreen. Just buy. And then you said your lines, and it was like, okay, Charlie's making it sound a little creepy here, because he's like,
Is he a good guy in this movie?
Sort of, yeah. I guess so.
but I think you don't know for sure. Like,
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yes.
What's her deal? Because she was annoying.
Well, do we want to spoil it? Where's my tie and my jacket?
Well,
spoilers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
It's all good.
But people have had many years to watch this, so whatever.
Right.
She's like pretending to be the guy's wife, and she's not really the guy's wife. So she's just setting it up so that he thinks he's following her, and he thinks she's having these psychotic trances, and then she runs up this tower, and he thinks she's running up in this trance to jump off the tower. And meanwhile, the husband's up there with the real wife and throws her off the tower.
Shit.
And so then so that chick dies, and then his testimony's like, yeah, I saw her run up there and she jumped off, but he's too scared of heights to go up after her. And so then he sees this lady later, and kind of like falls for her again. I don't know. It's a whole complicated thing, but yeah.
Does he have amnesia?
It's generally considered the greatest movie ever made.
It's that chick. He thinks it's just someone who looks like her.
No, but if she convinces him that she's his wife, how does she do that?
No, because she's supposed to be dead. He was the witness. So it's a different guy. This is the detective. So he falls in love with the wife of the guy, who he thinks is the wife of the guy. But it's not really. It's this chick he hired to pretend to be his wife.
I'll watch the movie.
Can murder his wife.
You'll have to watch it.
It's complicated.
I like Coreen explains Hitchcock movies as a whole podcast.
I like it if Coreen hasn't seen them, though. Like, she's just sort of guessing based on the Wikipedia article. It's pretty good from what I gather.
Yeah, I
3
suppose.
stars.
I suppose it's all right. Okay, well, now I'm dressed for our next scene. Do we have words for it?
We do. Okay. Clothing item, corset.
Oh, yeah.
Activity, wrapping presents.
That is a thing that you have to do.
Creatures, raw head Rex. I don't know what that is.
That's a movie. That's an 80s movie. It's like a silly horror movie with a monster set in Ireland.
Thing that keeps you busy, kids' sports.
That would.
Adjective, rotten. Business, the craft store.
Ooh, I like the craft store.
Activity, hot gluing.
You can get hot glue guns at the craft store.
That's right.
Thing you like to talk about, books. Business, Hooters.
That's how I imagine Stacey is when she's in the bookstore.
Hooters?
The bar.
Game.
I'm leaving.
Real
Charades.
Housewives?
Do you have books about the Real Housewives?
They do. They all have their own book, a bunch of them. I guess
Ah,
I have them.
Jesus.
Duh.
You have-
Business, blacksmiths. Game, Pictionary.
The Real Housewives didn't write any books.
Yeah.
Do they have that
Well, I mean,
person
they
that
didn't
helped
write
write
them,
it?
but, you know.
You know, where they always dictate them, like when it's like, oh, look, Keith Richards wrote this book with this guy, and it's like that guy wrote the book.
Yeah, they probably had a ghostwriter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clothing item.
And just writing it down.
Left sock.
She has like 5 books, Teresa Giudice.
She would, just from talking out loud.
Clothing item. Toad socks.
Oh, I missed those.
Toad socks. Is
Toad.
an interesting way to say it. Toad.
Toad. Yeah.
Those
They
are
have been
creepy.
toad.
I loved them because then I could wear flip-flops during the winter with my toe socks.
That is trashy.
Whoa, bro! I did that for like 3 years. That's fucked up. Little
I need
torn
better
up.
socks so I can wear my flip flops. Come on, don't defend that. What are you?
I'm gonna do it again. You're gonna like it. This winter, toe socks coming
You have
to
to do it.
you.
You have to do it in a show, like in December. You have to just wear them just to be an ass about it.
Dana's
You're not supposed
waiting,
to wear those.
guys.
Thing that keeps you busy. Volunteering.
Hi, Kitty.
A valuable object. Tiffany
You know,
necklace.
They like were like, oh, we better make sure that this filter for Skype can recognize cats because people are going to try to show them off. They're going to
Absolutely.
be mad.
Or I'd be pissed if you couldn't see
Yeah,
cat.
you're like you have to add in like cat ears and so it recognizes and goes, oh, that person's holding a cat.
Thing that keeps you busy. Kids. Or reading fanfic.
Gonna go on.
Thing you like to talk about. Dogs.
Yeah.
Creatures. Pigeons. Adjective. Magical. Game. Minecraft.
Creature you just said?
Pigeons.
Oh.
That's
Pigeons are a good bird. One pooped on my daughter once.
So wait, toe socks are trashy, but pigeons aren't?
No, they're birds. Like, if you were like, this is an animal, it is an animal.
They're
If there's
trashy.
a bird that
They're
would wear
trash.
toe socks, it would be a pigeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
True.
true. I was saying that one pooped on my daughter, and I tried to kill it with a BB gun. I was mad at it. I
Okay.
did that
let's
in my apartment when I
Activity
was.
and an adjective, Dana.
You need what?
An activity and an adjective.
Here's an activity: climbing a tower, or making Stacey Cochran drink lavender tea.
No.
Do it, Stacey.
Ice
No, don't
climbing. Adjective: greasy, or bitter.
Okay, I think we're good.
Okay.
Okay, let's do a scene description. Okie dokie. Before we continue, I want to remind you all, we have online and in-person comedy classes starting every month, and absolutely anyone can and should take a class. We also have live and streaming shows 5 nights a week. You can support the Comedy Spot by becoming a Facebook subscriber or a Patreon patron. There are a ton of links to everything in the description of this video. Finally, please take a second to like, follow, or subscribe to the Comedy Spot on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, so that you can get notified when we go live. But most of all, thank you for watching and for all of your support. Let me drink so I do not choke on whatever is happening in my throat.
If you become a Facebook supporter or Patreon subscriber, reverse that. You also get a link to see ACL broadcast as a live stream every Saturday night.
Fun. I watch it. It's fun. I watch in my bed, in my jammy jams, and I enjoy it. Okay. Our next scene is from 1948's Shadow of a Doubt, a film that Alfred Hitchcock has often cited as his favorite movie that he's made. In this movie takes place in a quiet home in a small town where Charlotte, aka Charlie, lives with her parents and younger sister. Then her uncle, also named Charlie, comes to town. They somehow didn't immediately realize he was a total weirdo when he had a massive rant about how women in cities are fat, lazy animals that smell of their dead husband's money. But that's probably what men in the 40s ranted about all the time. So I guess it was not a red flag. Anyways, she starts to suspect him of murder later on. Our scene is from that infamous dinner rant. Fun fact, the name Charlie is said about 170 times in this film.
Wow.
Yes, many, many times. Okay, let me get my background. And action.
Charles, I promised Mrs. Green, the president of our Climbing a Tower Club, that you talk to the pigeons. And she wants to know what you're going to talk about.
What am I going to talk about? Lecturers usually give them travel or dogs, don't they?
Oh, Charles, not dogs. We get dogs.
What sort of audience would it be?
Oh, well, pigeons, like myself. Busy with our kids' sports, most of us.
Pigeons keep busy in towns like this. In cities, it's different. The cities are full of pigeons. Middle-aged, widowed pigeons. Husbands dead. Husbands who spent their lives making fortunes, working and hot gluing, and then they die and leave their Tiffany necklaces to their pigeon wives. Their silly pigeon wives. And what do the wives do, these useless pigeons? You see them in the Hooters, the best Hooters, every day by the thousands, drinking the money, eating the money, losing the money at charades, wrapping presents all day and all night, smelling of money, proud of their corsets, but nothing else. Horrible, greasy, rotten, greedy pigeons.
But they're alive. They're pigeon beings.
But are they? Are they pigeons or are they rotten, wheezing animals? Well, I seem to be making my speech right here.
Well, for heaven's sake, don't talk about pigeons like that in front of my climbing a tower club.
And scene.
Yes, Coreen.
I was like trying so hard to come up with an elaborate way to read my script to the side because it's like so creepy in the scene how he just like turns sideways and like talks blankly for a long ass time.
Now, were you doing a good? I haven't seen this movie. Were you doing a good impression of the guy, or were you also kind of like Stacey doing like a creepy murderer version of the guy, just a teensy bit? Because you're like exaggerating
quite a lot
it.
like that. It's very dead, very stiff. It's like wives, those stupid wives. Like it's just so like flat. I don't know.
Just everybody's just like, yep, yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
Don't do that in front of my club, though. That's creepy.
Yeah, that's the only issue she has is like, here it's fine, but not in front of my friends. Like that's
No.
too much.
He's gonna murder someone, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
See, that's
murdered
why that
many
one's
people.
Hitchcock's favorite movie, because he's mean to ladies he likes.
He's a serial killer. So yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna make this many creepy, scary movies, you know, you're probably a little bit weirdo.
Yeah.
Oh, he's definitely a weirdo. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Also, he looks like Jabba the Hutt, so you know.
Oh, well, yeah, there's that.
Wow.
Alfred
He's got a
Hitchcock.
bird on his cigar. I watched Birds recently. It's pretty good.
Birds is pretty good.
It was hard to find any talking scenes in Birds, so we
I
will
was
not
gonna
be
say
doing
this.
Birds.
I thought that I'm like, why didn't you birds? I'm like, 'cause it's mostly birds. That wouldn't make any sense.
I kept
No,
thinking,
all the
is-
scenes I saw from Birds were like, hey, people at this school, there's birds outside. And they're like, better get the kids out of this school that's got doors and things to stop birds from coming. And let's take the children outside where they can be pecked to death. That's all I saw of Birds.
Sacrifice the children and get away.
I'm like, no, you don't move children when there's attacking birds. If I know anything about children, it's don't move them if at all possible. That's number one.
I watched that with my kids and they really liked it, but at the same time, I'm like, this movie's pretty good other than the fact that those are just birds. What are you people doing?
There's so
They're
many
birds.
of them.
Oh my god! Oh no! They're birds. Have you ever met birds?
Yes. I have met birds, Marco. They're very dangerous. They can
No, they're not.
rise out.
Their bones are hollow. They're not dangerous at all.
When there's 1,000 of them on me,
No, if the movie was called like Eagles or Osprey, then maybe it's a little creepy. But they're
Right.
mostly like seagulls.
eagles and blackbirds. All the birds. All of them.
Tune in next week for Marco and Stacey debate the deadliness of other animals.
We should do like a Mythbusters type thing where we just get a bunch of birds and give you guys a bat and we'll see what happens.
Marco has to go into like a container full of birds, and when he comes out without an eye.
Yeah.
As someone, you know, who's hunted and killed birds at various times, they're dumb and they're really easy to get. They're just
so we're people, Marco. Should we start killing everyone?
Whoa.
no.
Spooky
No.
Libs took a turn.
Yeah, welcome to
Libs
the
are-
Spooky
these
Libs
are-
Debate Masters crossover that we
Yeah,
apparently
that's
have
the
going
thing we're
on.
gonna debate. Birds like people.
Marco's gonna snatch the birds out of the air and like Ozzy Osbourne their heads out. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
One, but there's a 999 other ones that are pecking your face in, eating your brain matter out of your ear.
That's I just saying, like watching the movie, I'm like, you could have picked like turkeys because they're at least big because they'll hit you, you know, if you don't see them.
Dumber than seagulls, I'll say that for sure.
Yeah, they're like seagulls. Like you're like, okay, I
know,
guess they're
turkeys
seagulls.
are dumber than seagulls.
No, they are, but if they flew at your face, you might die. 'cause
can
they're
they
big. Yeah,
Oh,
they can fly.
They can fly.
Because you're not. Because one of the rules of turkey hunting is you don't shoot them out of the trees. Like you're not supposed to do that. Because if you get there early enough, they're just in the trees, which is like is not very sporting, I guess. So
We have
just
about
FYI.
We have about 50 turkeys that live on my street, So.
Oh, I know. Turkeys are bullshit now because they just go into the city and they're
No,
just
but
like.
the best is they do like a big fireworks display on the 4th of July. And so sometimes you'll go out there and it'll be like boom, and then it goes boom. My favorite.
Turkeys are.
Anyways, we have words probably by now.
You do? Okay. We have body part, gallbladder. Bad location, a sewer. Animal, a wombat.
Ooh.
Adjective, finicky. Silly term for mother, egg donor. Activity, washing the dog. Vacation location, Hawaii. Oh, that sounds nice. Adjective, woke. Bad location, the dump.
It's a good location if you need to dump something.
Location in a house. The bedroom I have to live in for the next 10 days. Aww.
Oh.
Vacation location, Maui. Body part, small toenail. Adjective, moist.
Do I do that to Missy while she's already sick? I guess not.
Moist. Adjective, silly term for mother, crotch goblin birthing factory.
That's what your mom likes to be called.
Activity, shoveling snow. Body part, ear canal. Silly term for mom, mum. Animal, a koala.
Going Australian.
A bad location, evidently the Ramada in Sacramento.
Oh, yeah, I
saw
saw the post.
Yeah.
Ooh, and the blood-stained curtains. How appropriate for spooky libs.
Similarly, a septic tank.
Can I get one more adjective?
We got spooky.
Okay, that bad. Oh, I'm in caps. Okie dokie, let's do a scene description.
Okay.
Okay, so next up we have probably the most famous Hitchcock film. That's 1960's Psycho. I'm pretty sure we all know how the story goes, but I will explain it anyways. The lovely Janet Leigh, mother of Jamie Lee Curtis, is entrusted with $40,000 of her boss's money, which would be the equivalent of $400,000 today. What boss is just giving their employee $400,000? I don't know. And she takes the money and she runs. She finds herself staying at the Bates Motel, a quaint little spot run by a creepy ass dude and his even creepier fatal forking mom. In our scene, Norman is venting to her about his mother's condition and feeling trapped. But they are both a little bit more trapped than they realize. Fun fact. Hitchcock believed that 33% of this movie's effectiveness was due to the music. That's a quote I saw. Okay, are we ready? Ready. Action.
So why don't you go away?
To Hawaii? Like you?
No, not like me.
It's too late for me. And besides, who'd look after a crotch goblin birthing factory? She'd be alone up there in the bedroom Missy has to live in for the next 10 days. The fire would go out, damp and woke like a grave. When you love someone, you don't do that to them, even if you hate them. Oh, I don't hate her. I hate what she's become, the illness.
Wouldn't it be better if you put her in someplace?
You mean an institution? A septic tank? People always call a septic tank someplace. Put her in someplace.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound uncaring.
What do you mean about caring? Have you ever seen the inside of a septic tank? Inside? People washing dogs and tears and cruel eyes studying you? And my silly crotch goblin birthing factory there? Why? Has she harmed you? She's as harmless as a stuffed wombat.
I am sorry. I only felt it seemed she was harming you. I meant well.
People always mean well. They cluck their thick tongues and shake their gallbladders and suggest so very delicately. Of course, I've suggested it myself, but I hate to even think such a thing. She needs me, and it's not as if she were a maniac, a raving thing. She just goes a little spooky sometimes. We all go a little spooky sometimes. Haven't you?
And scene. Oh, Tina, if you had thicker eyebrows, you would be exactly him. Oh my God.
He has very pretty eyes, I know that. Like, looks like he's wearing mascara.
Oh
The
my
role
God.
Tina
I
was
should've
born
worn
to
'em.
play.
That.
Tina, you look just like a serial killer. Good job.
Yeah.
Epic Norman Bates. I loved it.
You scared me, Tina. I was truly terrified.
Oh my God. Yeah. If you haven't noticed the trend of having people talk like that in movies, it's a very Hitchcock thing. Oh, yes, I think so.
That's what he just told them. No, talk creepy.
Yeah. Can you be a little more dead inside, Marco? Dead.
Yes.
You don't have to be creepy to be dead inside.
Oh, Dana! No one
Sounds
dead
lovely.
inside kiddos like you.
Hitchcock didn't like actors that were like actors, you know. I was a fan of that.
Well, I think it was big in the time too of like when studios had people under contract, so
Yeah.
like you just had the same people in the movies like over and over again.
I
So it's
think
like
it
a
was.
ton of Jimmy Stewart and a ton of Grace Kelly and like all this. Yeah, you're just like
He did a movie. I think it's Spellbound is the one I'm thinking of that had Gregory Peck in it, and Gregory Peck was like a method actor, and he would be like, "So what's my motivation in the scene?" And then Alfred Hitchcock would just be like, "Your paycheck." Shut up. Like he would just be like, "I don't care. I hired you to act. Stop asking me questions. Like this is your job. Don't be a weirdo who needs to feel the scene. Just like say lines and be done with it."
Oh my goodness. What we got, Dana?
Okay. Let me scroll.
Also, I think this is gonna be my hairdo when I get old.
You look
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Aren't
Betty
you gonna?
might be proud.
Yeah, I was gonna say, aren't you just gonna be a golden girl?
Yeah, I feel like this is the fifth Golden Girl.
Did you hear how Marco insinuated you aren't already a golden girl? I mean, what? Marco.
Wow. I did not. Did you just call Stacey super old?
Yeah, I am super old.
I called her golden.
I'm okay. It means I get to live in a house with 4 other ladies and eat cheesecake and drink martinis all day. I'm super old.
I make a mean cheesecake.
That is true.
Does it come with
cheesecake,
pony
and I had it.
cheese?
It was really good.
No, it does not go with pony cheese.
Pony cheese?
It's pony cheese. That's what made it good cheesecake.
Okay, what we got, Dana?
Okay, we got place to store things, a cedar chest. Celebrity, Mark Zuckerberg. Place in the house, a basement.
Ooh.
Thing that emits light, my cell phone at 3 a.m.
Turn it down. Do not disturb.
You know, when you're like, I'm going to go to sleep, and then you get a message, you're like, I'm going to reply to this message. Object, plastic skeleton.
I bought one
Activity,
of those. It was bullshit, and I took it back.
cutting.
Was it one of the ones that's taller than your house?
No, but it was like a full size one. I was like, let's get a full size skeleton, and then it like was very inarticulate.
Were the bones hollow, Marco?
They probably like a bird's bones. You mean?
Bullshit.
It was crap.
Bone
It couldn't
skeleton.
move. We couldn't pose it how we wanted. We were very mad. We took it back.
Trade it in for a fog machine. Cutting toenails. Okay.
Way to say sorry. Dude, my bad. A body part, a tongue. Also a body part, the colon.
That is true.
A large object, a bulldozer. Weapon, a scythe.
Ooh.
Or also a whip. Profession, a tree doctor.
That's a good one.
Is that a real profession?
Yes.
Yeah, you with your stethoscope.
I bet they make more than a rodeo clown.
I don't think they do. Rodeo clowns make bank.
Yeah, we found out about rodeo clowns making bank.
Way to say sorry. Oops. Ooh.
Oopsie.
Celebrity, Taylor Swift.
She's like 8 feet tall.
Large
Well-
object, a cruise ship.
Rodeo clowns make more. Way more.
Way to say I'm sorry. I done gone and messed up. A place in a house, a basement. Profession, a podiatrist. Large object, the biggest ball of yarn in Minnesota. Profession, PI. Activity, steeping lavender tea.
The average tree surgeon salary in California is $57,528.
So rodeo clowns make more.
Way more.
Object, a ShamWow.
Well, the good rodeo clowns make more.
Right. True.
Object, pony cheese.
It's a thing. Dana said it.
Can I get a weapon and a thing that emits light?
Okay, a weapon. We have a scythe, a whip, and an anvil. And then light. Okay. The only one we have is a thing, my cell phone at 3 a.m.
Not disturb.
Okay. Our last scene. Let's do it, people. Oh, my hair. Okay. Our last scene of the night is from 1954's Dial M for Murder. In this movie, Margot, played by Grace Kelly, has a brief affair with a writer. Her husband decides to blackmail a man into murdering his wife so he can inherit her fortune. But things do not go as planned when Margot survives the attack and instead kills her attacker. In our scene, Margot is walking an officer through the crime scene and explaining how the attack happened. Fun fact, Grace Kelly wore bright colors in the beginning of this film, but her wardrobe gets progressively darker as time goes on. Okay, what is happening with my hair? Is it just my green screen? Oh, well, that's how it goes. Okay, and action.
Mrs. Windus, would you show me exactly what happened last night?
Do I have to?
I'm afraid so.
Yeah. I was in the basement when my phone rang, and I got up and I came here.
Did you switch my cell phone at 3 a.m. on?
No.
Just show me exactly where you were cutting toenails.
Well, I cut toenails here, and I picked up the phone.
Just one moment. Are you sure you had your back to the bulldozer like that?
Yes.
But why?
Well, why not?
I mean, why go around the plastic skeleton and stand near the bulldozer? I would have picked it up from the side of the plastic skeleton.
But I always answer my phone from here, so I can hold the phone in my left hand.
I see. Dude, my bad. Go on.
When I picked up the phone, he must have come from behind the bulldozer and attacked me. He got something around my neck.
I see. And what happened then?
Well, then he pushed me across the plastic skeleton. I distinctly remember feeling for the whip.
Where were those Where were those whip usually kept?
In my cedar chest. I'd forgotten to put my whip away.
Now, what makes you think he came from behind that bulldozer?
Well, where else could he have been?
Mrs. Winters, why didn't you call Mark Zuckerberg immediately after this happened?
I was trying to get through to Mark Zuckerberg when I discovered my husband was on the line. I naturally thought that he would call Mark Zuckerberg.
It didn't occur to you to call a tree doctor?
No,
Why ever not?
he's dead.
How did you know that?
It was obvious.
Did you see if he could steep lavender tea?
No, of course I didn't. Anyone would have realized he was not capable of steeping lavender tea because he was dead. You could tell with one look at his colon.
Oh, so you did see his face after all.
I saw his colon. I can't remember his face. And scene.
I saw
If you
his...
stare too hard at someone's colon, it is hard to remember their face. Facts.
That is accurate.
Oh, man.
I can't hear the word colon and just not think of the old SNL colon blow commercial. That's me.
Oh
Look at
my gosh. Well, I hope everyone had as much fun as we did tonight steeping tea. Maybe when we get to Big Day of Giving, we can donate enough to make Stacey drink some lavender tea.
Nope.
Do it.
But as always, we love you. Good night. Mwah!
Bye.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.